Morning everyone, welcome to Compliance Over Coffee. A not so bright Thursday morning sadly, but it is dry in the northwest, well at least here where we are anyway. This morning I wanted to talk to you about building your power team and how over the years Tony and I have gone about doing that and why we do it and how it helps us as sourcing agents. So it's important because it builds a team around you that can help you to provide that extra level of professionalism and service to your clients. And so your power team can consist of lots of different people, but predominantly ours are accountants, solicitors, independent wealth advisors, insurance brokers, architects, anyone within the building industry, basically anyone that sort of works or deals with property on a day-to-day basis as their job, or at least a weekly basis. I don't suppose accountants and some solicitors do, but there you go. So the power team is about building these contacts, these people around you, and building the relationships so that you can knit them into the service that you offer to provide your clients. Now, when I talk to investors, which I don't do on a day-to-day basis, I have to say, but at this moment in time, I'm getting contacts probably at least weekly of ones that have been put on hold that we're looking at coming back through, and new ones that are coming into the market or wanting to really kickstart their investment journey. And so we do several things right at the very beginning, and one of those is, not dependent on how much they've got, but how experienced are they? And even if they're experienced, have they chatted to someone about wealth investment and how to hold and structure the best way for what their ultimate goals are? And so part of our power team will be an independent wealth advisor. We obviously can't do that. You have to be FCA regulated. And not always is property the best way for someone to invest dependent on their circumstances. So sometimes it could be to put at least part of the cash that they have somewhere else. Not all of it necessarily in property, not all of their eggs in one basket maybe. So we always ask if that's been done, and if not, then we still introduce them with their permission to, I think we have two that we work with at this moment in time, and they can have a chat with them. If they decide not to work with them, then that's absolutely fine, that's their decision. But we have the proof that we have put them in touch with them so that they could do if they wished. Because one of the things that I can see coming forward is, on some of these claims lines, is have you been missold a property investment? And sources are going to be at the head of the list of this baby. And so you need to be aware that when you're dealing with people, that whilst you can't advise them, you can have people in your power team that can. And even if these investors, your potential clients, decide not to use those services, if you've put them in touch and they've decided not to use them, and they can't say that they didn't have the opportunity to take professional advice about the types of investments that will be best for them or not. And we've had cases where a couple of investors haven't worked with us because our power team have advised them that in their current circumstances at this point in time, with the cash that they have, they will be better off doing something else with the cash that would be more beneficial for them. But guess what? If they know of anybody else that wants to invest, guess where they're going to send them? They're going to send them to Tony and I for us to work with, because we're open and honest, and we don't say, oh yes, give us the cash, let's find you a house. Even if that might not be the best thing for them, we put them in touch with our power team. It may be that they haven't spoken to an accountant as to the best way of holding their property, or again, a wealth planner. Good morning, Marie, how are you? Or a wealth planner as to the best way of holding the property. They may be wanting to put it in trust for the children, or they may have other plans. So they need to speak to people about the best way of doing it, and the best time for them to do it is now. So if you have these people in your power team, you can offer this kind of service. You can have solicitors that are specialists in lease options, or in rent-to-rent contracts, or in just commercial properties, or various other bits and pieces as well that you have contacts with, and you've built up a relationship relationship with, and they are happy for you to refer your clients over to them. Now, please bear in mind, if you're referring people and you start taking referring fees, that there are guidelines as to what you can do and what you can't, and what you should be doing. I'm not talking about that today, but please bear that in mind. It's why the estate agency sector is under scrutiny at the moment, because it's felt that certain agents make more money in referral fees than they actually do in the job that they're supposed to be doing. So it isn't just a way of making a ton load more money. It is a way of providing that really, really professional service for your clients. And so that's building your power team, and why I think it's really important. And you can build lots of different people into that power team. And some people that could even help you invest, some people that could help you understand the different strategies, such as architects or quantity surveyors, all sorts of different people. And on the note of building power teams, I'm going to share with you today a system that we are members of, and we have been for a while, and is expanding across the UK at a fair rate of knots. And that is something that is, the end goal of it is GB share, which means Great Britain share. But what is happening is the lovely lady that is building and developing this, called Lisa, is taking counties and building sites where businesses of all sorts can go on and access resources that are local to them. So our local one happens to be Lancashire. It is the home website where you can access the others at the bottom of the page. There is currently one for Manchester, there is one for Cumbria, and there is one for the Wirral. I think there's one for Cheshire coming soon, and the goal is to have every county in the UK on eventually. So these are individual websites. They're built in exactly the same way, exactly the same usability. You can access a lot of information without paying for membership. There is a free member area, or you can pay. The level that we have been on was something like £199 a year, and you have a profile on there, and you can connect with other people. They can come and view. You get reports every month as to how many impressions you've had, how many links you've had, and how many connections you've made. The site is absolutely brilliant, and I highly recommend, if you're in one of the areas where they're already built, that you at least go and have a look. When I finish this, I'm going to put the link up for the site. No, we don't get referral fees for this. We just think that it's a great service and a great way of you going on and finding like-minded people, or people that you could connect with that could become part of your power team in your own areas. So that is Lancashire, and it's lancashire.co.uk. But I will put the link up for you underneath this video, and then you can all go off and have a nosy and have a look. I'm sorry if there isn't one in your county at the moment. However, if you're sourcing elsewhere, or your investors are looking elsewhere, it could be useful for you, because I do know there is a property section on there, and in the business section there are architects on there and other important, shall we say, categories that work within the sector, which we could use as parts of our power team. So that's building your power team this morning, this lovely Thursday morning. It's almost weekend. I hope you have a fabulous weekend where you are, and I hope the sun shines on you. Have a great one, and I will be back with you again next Tuesday and Thursday for more Compliance Over Coffee. Bye for now.